we have learned 4 practical experiments. Hope you have completed each and every experiment in the record, right? So today we are going to learn the last experiment, that is estimation of hardness of water. Okay, so much similarity between this experiment and the previous experiment, students, that is estimation of magnesium with EDTA. Okay, so ready? Take a fresh new page and put the heading, students, estimation of hardness of water. So as we all know, we begin with the aim of the experiment. Okay, students, put the side heading aim. Write down. To estimate hardness of the given water sample complexometrically. What is the aim of this experiment, students? To estimate the hardness of the given water sample complexometrically. Okay. Next comes principle of the experiment. So what is the principle of the experiment? So write down, students. Hardness of water is generally due to the presence of calcium and magnesium salts. Hardness of water is generally due to the presence of calcium and magnesium salts which are dissolved in it. Full stop. Okay. And the next point is the total hardness. The total hardness, as you all know, it is a temporary and permanent hardness, students. The total hardness, both permanent and temporary, can be determined by titration with EDTA. What is EDTA, students? Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. This structure also we have seen in the previous experiment. Okay, so here by titrating with EDTA, we can determine the total hardness present in the given water sample, right? Now, with a mixture of calcium and magnesium salts, EDTA reacts first with calcium, Ca+2 calcium ions, and then with Mg+2 ions. Okay, reacts first with Ca+2 and then with Mg+2 ions. Fine. So this is the principle of hardness of water. Okay, students. Next, write down the reaction. Just putting the principle in the form of reactions. So Mg+2 or Ca+2. Okay. So when we are doing the experiment, taking a particular water sample, what will react, students? The Mg+2 or Ca+2 ions, the particular ion present in the particular water sample, right? So Mg+2 or Ca+2 ions plus indicator, and the students, and the indicator used in the experiment is also EBT, that is Eriochrome black tea indicator. The same indicator is used for the previous experiment also. Okay. So plus indicator gives rise to, so what is being formed, students? This Mg+2 or Ca+2 ions, they react with the indicator resulting in the formation of a complex, which we call it as Mg+2 indicator complex or Ca+2 indicator complex. And we all know that the indicator has blue color. Okay. So when this indicator is being reacted with the water sample consisting of Mg+2 or Ca+2 ions, we get a complex which is nothing but Mg+2 indicator complex or Ca+2 indicator complex, which has a red color. Okay, so generally we find it in the laboratory. It seems to be like a light reddish color, that is we say pink color. Okay, and what is the next step, students? So on titration with ADTA, what happens? This indicator complex, that is Mg plus 2 or Ca plus 2 indicator complex, on titration or on reaction with this EDTA gives rise to Mg plus 2 or Ca plus 2 EDTA complex, leaving the indicator behind. That means EDTA joins with Mg plus 2 or Ca plus 2 and the indicator comes out. So therefore, as indicator is coming out, what is the color of the indicator? It is blue in color. Okay. Hence we say the end point of this experiment is pink to blue. Okay students, note it down carefully the two reactions. Below the reactions, write down indicator, aerochrome, black tea. Next, end point, pink to blue. Okay, so just add one more important sentence in this principle, students. What is that? Weight of the ions in the solution is expressed in terms of CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Okay, so generally the amount of the ions present in the given water sample is expressed in terms of CaCO3. That means we will be calculating in terms of Ca plus 2 ions, students. Okay, and the molecular weight of CaCO3 is 100. This we use in the calculation part. And hardness of water sample is expressed in parts per million. Okay, that shortly we call it as a ppm. Okay, so hardness units ppm, and the amount of the ions present in the given or the taken or the water sample taken is expressed in terms of Ca plus 2 ions. Okay, so when you are asked to write the principle of hardness of water, you are supposed to write till here. Okay, clear now students? Okay, next what comes? Procedure. Put the side heading procedure. Under procedure, step 1. What is step 1? Preparation of standard magnesium sulfate solution. Okay, so the same we have performed for the previous experiment also. Okay, preparation of standard MgSO4 solution. So how do we prepare this solution, students? Same, we take 3.08 grams of crystalline MgSO4. Okay, so we transfer this 3.08 grams of MgSO4 into a 250 ml standard flask, dissolve it in distilled water, make up the volume to the mark and calculate the molarity of MgSO4. The same old procedure. So kindly copy the same here. Weigh 3.08 grams of MgSO4. Dissolve it in distilled water in a 250 ml standard flask, make up the volume and calculate molarity of MgSO4. Okay, students, while writing the record also, right side if it is step 2, left side kindly see to it that you write the observations and calculations of step 1. Okay, and next comes step 2. What is step 2? Standardization of EDTA. Okay? Standardization of EDTA. So how do we standardize EDTA? Pipette out 20 ml of standard MgSO4. So the solution which we have prepared in the first step, you are supposed to take a 20 ml pipette and transfer 20 ml of this standard MgSO4 solution into a clean conical flask, add 1 test tube of distilled water, add 1 test tube of distilled water, 2 ml of ammonical buffer, 2 ml of ammonic buffer, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, titrate against EDTA taken in the burette. Titrate against EDTA taken in the burette till the color changes from pink to blue. Okay, underline that, students, end point, pink to blue. Okay. Then what you are supposed to do when the color changes from pink to blue, we will note down the titer value. The same you write, note the titer value, comma, repeat the titration, and calculate molarity of EDTA. Calculate molarity of EDTA. Okay. So this is a step 2, students, standardization of EDTA. Okay, next step 3. Estimation of total hardness of water. Estimation of total hardness of water. Underline. Write down. Pipette out 40 ml of the water sample. Pipette out 40 ml of the water sample into a clean conical flask, add 2 ml of ammonical buffer, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. Students, we add ammonical buffer in order to maintain pH that I explained you in the last experiment itself. Okay, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. Here we are not adding 1 test tube of water. Why? Because we are taking the water sample only, no need to add 1 test tube of water again. Okay. Titrate against EDTA taken in the burette. Titrate against EDTA taken in the burette till the color changes from pink to blue. Same endpoint, students, here. Note the titer value. Repeat the titration. And calculate molarity of Ca+2 ions. We discussed in the principle during the principle, right? What did we learn there? The amount of ions is expressed in terms of CaCO3. So that's what I have written here. Calculate molarity of Ca+2 ions present in the given sample. So once we calculate molarity of Ca+2 ions, from this we can calculate amount of Ca+2 ions, and later from this how to convert that amount into ppm, I will tell you, students. Okay. So these are the 3 steps of procedure. So now we will do observations and calculations. So students, step 1, calculations. Write down weight of empty weighing bottle. W1 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of bottle plus substance. What is the substance? MgSO4. How much should we take? 3.08 grams, right? W2 is equal to dash grams. Next, weight of the bottle after transferring the substance. W3 is equal to dash grams. Next, weight of the substance transferred. The actual amount of the substance transferred into the flask is that is denoted by W2 minus W3 is equal to dash grams. Next, therefore, molarity of MgSO4 is equal to weight by molecular weight into liter. So weight we should take W2 minus W3 by molecular weight of MgSO4 246 into 1000 by 250. Why? Because we are taking it in a 250 ml flask. So substituting these values, if you calculate, you will get the molarity of MgSO4. It is equal to dash m. Next comes step 2. Step 2 calculation, students. So write down the reaction first. Okay. Mg+2 indicator. Plus EDTA gives rise to Mg EDTA plus indicator. Mg+2 indicator plus EDTA gives rise to MgEDTA plus indicate. Titrating MgSO4 solution with EDTA. Okay, we haven't taken the water sample. Right? Next comes the table. Take a pencil scale. The columns, students, mention first column serial number, next one volume of MgSO4, next burette readings. Under burette readings again divide into two columns, initial and final. Last one is volume of EDTA. Okay. So serial number 1, 2, 3. Volume of MgSO4, how much we have taken? 20 ml. So 20, 20, 20. Burette readings initial 0. So final reading will be where pink is changed to blue. That is the titer value that we should write down under final value. So final minus initial gives us the volume of EDTA. Next, below the table write down MgSO4 versus EDTA. Below write down the value, students. M1 molarity of MgSO4. So left side we have written MgSO4. So we will take the values of MgSO4. Okay. So M1 molarity of MgSO4. So we calculated in step 1. So you will write there step 1 value. Below V1 volume of MgSO4 20 ml. N1 number of sorry students, here moles. Number of moles of MgSO4 from the reaction equals to 1. Next, M2 molarity of EDTA, which is to be calculated, so question mark. Next, V2 volume of EDTA. So here I was supposed to write the burette reading. So you will take one constant value, students. I mean we are doing 3 titrations. 3 titrations now. Any 2 values should be same. That value we will take as volume of EDTA. Next, N2 number of moles of EDTA, it is equal to 1. Next comes the formula, students. M1 V1 by N1 equals to M2 V2 by N2. So what is to be calculated? M2 is to be calculated. So write down therefore M2 is equal to M1 V1 N2 by N1 V2. Okay. So substituting all the values, you will calculate and then multiply and then divide. So whatever value you are getting, that is the molarity of EDTA. Okay. So till here is the calculation part of step 2, students. Next, step 3. Step 3. What is step 3, students? Written in the procedure? Estimation of total hardness of water. So generally we take 3 samples of water. Tap water we take, distilled water we take, and drinking water we take. So we calculate the hardness of 3 samples. Okay. So first one, sample 1, write down tap water. Tap water. So next comes the table, students. Serial number, volume of water sample 1, that is tap water. Next, burette readings, initial, final, and the last one is volume of EDTA. Volume of EDTA. Okay. Next, 1, 2, 3, 40 ml, 40 ml, 40 ml, because we are taking the amount of water as 40. Initial readings 0, 0, 0. Okay. So final will be the end point value, students. Final minus initial gives us the volume of EDTA. Okay. Next, below write down. Below the table, water sample versus EDTA. So M1 molarity of Ca plus 2 ions in sample 1. We don't write molarity of water sample 1. Okay. So what exactly we are calculating? The amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in the water sample. Okay. So we have already seen in the principle that the amount of ions expressed in terms of calcium carbonate. Okay. So here molarity of Ca plus 2 ions present in sample 1, that is tap water, is equal to question mark. Next, V1 volume of water sample 1, 40 ml. Next, N1 number of moles of CaCO3 equals to 1. Number of moles of CaCO3 equals to 1. M2 molarity of EDTA. So step 2 value. V2 volume of EDTA. Burette reading. Next N2 number of moles of EDTA is equal to 1. Okay. Next write down the formula, students. M1 V1 by N1 equals to M2 V2 by N2. What is to be calculated? Molarity of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 1. So M1 is equal to M2 V2 N1 by N2 into V1. So substituting the values, we multiply, divide, and whatever value we are getting, that will be the molarity of Ca plus 2 ions present in the water sample 1. Okay. Below write down, students. Don't you don't divide the page. As I don't have the space here, I just drawn a line. Okay. Below write down amount of Ca plus 2 ions. Amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 1. Amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 1 is equal to M1. What is M1 value, students? This one, whatever we have calculated here. Okay. So M1 into molecular weight of calcium carbonate. So CaCO3 molecular weight is how much? 100. So M1, if you multiply with 100, we get the amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in the water sample. So what will be the units? Dash grams per liter. But we need to mention hardness. So hardness units, parts per million. So in order to convert grams per liter into parts per million, what are we supposed to do, students? This first we will convert into mg per liter. So grams to mg we multiply with the 1000. So whatever value you are getting here, this should be multiplied with the 1000. So that means whatever value you are getting is equal to dash mg per liter. Suppose if we get 80 mg per liter. So that many mg per liter is nothing but that much of a ppm, parts per million. Okay. So therefore first you should remember amount in grams per liter. It should be changed into mg per liter because 1 mg per liter is equal to 1 ppm. Okay. So is equal to dash mg per liter. So that will be our hardness expressed in parts per million. Next one, sample 2, students. Taking mineral water. Mineral water is the second sample. So again comes the table, columns, serial number, volume of water sample 2, Burette readings, initial, final, and volume of EDTA. Okay. Again write down 1, 2, 3, 40 ml, 40 ml, 40 ml, 0, 0, 0. Below the table, water sample versus EDTA. Next, M1, molarity of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 2. Question mark. Next, V1, volume of water sample 2, 40 ml. Next, N1, number of moles of CaCO3 equals to 1. Next, M2, molarity of EDTA, step 2 value, students. V2, volume of EDTA, Burette reading. N2, number of moles of EDTA, 1. Okay, all these are same, just we are changing the name of the sample and the Burette reading also will change, students. Okay. Next, M1V formula. M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. So what is to be calculated? Same M1, M2V2, N1 by N2V1. Substituting the values, if you calculate, you will get the molarity of Ca plus 2 ions present in second water sample. Below write down amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 2. Amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 2 is equal to M1 into molecular weight of calcium carbonate. It is equal to M1 into 100. The same value which you are getting here, you will substitute here. Is equal to dash grams per liter. Convert into mg per liter. That will be the ppm of water sample 2. Next, sample 3, students. distilled water. Tap water is done, mineral water is done. The last one is distilled water. The same table again. Serial number, volume of water sample 3, burette readings initial final, volume of ADTA. So serial number 1, 2, 3, 40 ml, 40 ml, 40 ml, 0, 0, 0. Below the table comes water sample versus EDTA. Below write down students, M1, molarity of Ca plus 2 ions present in sample 3 is equal to question mark. Next V1, volume of water sample 3, 40 ml, N1, number of moles of CaCO3 equals to 1. Next M2, molarity of EDTA, step 2 value, V2, volume of EDTA, burette reading, N2, number of moles of EDTA is equal to 1. Next comes the formula, M1 V1 by N1 equals to M2 V2 by N2. M1 equals to M2 V2 N1 by N2 V1. Substitute the values, calculate the molarity. Next, amount of Ca plus 2 ions present in water sample 3 equals to M1 into molecular weight of CaCO3. So, M1 into 100 is equal to dash grams per liter is equal to dash grams per liter into 1000 is equal to dash mg per liter. It is equal to dash ppm. So students, finally we have calculated the hardness of 3 water samples. So finally you will be writing the result. So write down, put the side heading result. Total hardness of water in different samples. Total hardness of water in different samples is as follows. Below, sample 1 we have taken tap water, so it is equal to dash ppm. Sample 2 mineral water, it is equal to dash ppm, and sample 3 distilled water equals to dash ppm. Okay, so while writing in the record, write it in the right hand side portion students. Observation book you can write down below the calculation part, no worries. But in records while writing the result, write it right side below step 3 procedure. Okay, so this is all about students estimation of total hardness of water. So finally we have completed all the 5 experiments, and now you can copy this into your observation as well as record students. Okay, fine. So thank you. Take care.